Okay, so continuing on to session 3. Let's go ahead and annotate. We have Mai, who releases a lantern, and she is 0.5 meters below sea level. So I'm just going to write that out as a negative. 0.5 meters, that's a negative. It rises 913.9, so that's a positive. 913.9 meters. Then the candle in the lantern goes out. The lantern comes down, that means negative 925.2 meters to land on the surface of a lake. Finally, the question is, what is the elevation of the lake relative to sea level? Okay, so I should just be able to add and subtract these rational numbers to see the elevation of the lake, because we started below the lake, then we went up, then we went down. Now, here's what I like to do when I have multiple integers. Everything that has the same sign, I'm going to add those together. So 925.2, I'm adding to that 0.5. So I'm going to get 925.7. And since they were negative, they're still negative. Okay? So now I have a positive 913.9 and a negative 925.7. So since one is positive and one is negative, that means I have to subtract. Okay? When I subtract, the larger number, in quotes, has to go on top. So I've got 925.7 subtracting 913.9. I can't do 7 minus 9, so 5 becomes 4. 17 minus 9 is 8. 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So is it positive or is it negative? I had 913 positives and 925 negatives, so this is negative, okay? So this is a negative 11.8 meters. What does that mean, though? It says, what's the elevation of the lake? So the lake is 11.8 meters. Now, is it above sea level or below sea level? Since it's negative, we're going to put below sea level. To me, that's the easiest way to do this problem, to just write it out. If you're someone that likes to draw the picture, you absolutely could do that. But this is the way that makes sense to me. On the next page, which I'm not actually going to go through with you, you'll see what the picture would look like if you wanted to draw it out. Okay, so on this page, we've already talked about these. So we're going to go to number 5, and they've given us this expression, and they're asking to find the final value. Which two terms might you combine first, right? There's no wrong answer to this, but like I said before, if you have multiple positive numbers or multiple negative numbers, put all those together first. So one way to start is to combine your negatives. Which two terms might you combine first? Negative 2 1/3 and negative 1 1/6, because they're both negative. So you would actually add them and keep them negative, and then you would subtract your positives from that. So that's just one way to do it. You could, subtract there, and then whatever you get, you could just go in order, but that's not always the easiest way to do it. So for this next page, again, this is just multiple integers, or rather negative rational numbers, because we've got decimals. So 19.25 above, that's positive. Goes down. I can't see that. Goes down 27.6, so that's minus. Then goes up again 5.25. So what's the final position? So this time I'm going to put my positives together first. I don't have two negatives, I have two positives. So I'm going to do 19.25 plus 5.25. That's 50. 9 plus 5 is 14. So I have 24.5 negative positives, and I still have these 27.60 negatives. So since one is positive, one is negative, we have to subtract. So I'm going to do 27.6 minus 24.5. I'm going to get 1. I'm going to get 3. Is it positive or is it negative? I have 24 positives. I have 27 negatives. So it is negative overall. So we can clearly see that that is answer choice B. Not going to go through the rest of these with you. Use a calculator if you need to check your work. But temperature is 5.4. That's positive. It falls. That's negative. Wind chill makes it colder, so that's also going down. That would be a negative as well. And then here, put your two negatives together, then subtract that positive from it.